yeah, we should have a good game coming up. I'm looking forward to see what Epsilon can get done. They are a very new lineup, and it seems like both of the UK players have been playing quite well. Cosmin is another player that has a lot of skill, and I think he really could be one of the shining stars for this team.
Yeah, also another storyline is that Robin is ex-Singularity player, so could be a bit of beef going on there as well.
Yeah, certainly, but oh, I think Safe is actually going to clutch out this knife round. I
Oh,
don't usually clutch knife rounds, but that was nice by him. Yeah, was able to get that one. That's pretty good for Singularity. Mirage, maybe not one of the most CT-sided maps, but it definitely has a small bias over in the CT side, over to the CT side rather. So I guess they'll be happy enough for now having the choice of which side they want to begin on. They could go T side if they wanted. They could try and control the pace early on, but it seems like they will indeed just go to the CT side and try and be a bit more uncomfortable in themselves rather. They're really allowed to just sit back, hit their shots, and get off to a good start. But let's see what's going to happen now. It is the final map of this best of 3 series as a reminder. Once again, I am Dean, and I am going to be co-casting alongside Dinko. And let's get right into the action. Someone requested that I speedcast this pistol round, so I'm going to do this entire pistol round extremely fast as I possibly can. Give me about 2 seconds to catch my breath, and then we'll get into it. We'll go slow for the start anyway, as it is just going to be a bit of utility onto the Epsilon players. We see a sack of, and also Robin rather, picking up some smokes and some flashes. This isn't fast, by the way. I'll be speeding this up, don't worry, but it looks like right now Epsilon are going to be favouring over towards this A-bomb site. A couple of players towards ramp, 3 players looking to be going in towards Palace, it seems. And right now it's going to be a retake setup for the CT players. They have 1 player back towards the CT spawn. There was also Hugo in position, but he decided to fall back off. And now the T is, as they do group up the time, still a minute and 30 seconds remaining, but it seems like they will just instantly try and push out towards this one. Smoothie with the P250, Raid Boss in this one as he looks to try and find the opening. Spamming through the smoke, not going to be able to get the kill, but he gets the damage. Safe able to take down one now as he drops Surreal and does actually manage to remain alive, as he is just going to be hiding back now towards the ticket booth, ensuring that he's not going to be taken down. Allows for his teammates to come in and try and give some assistance, but it doesn't really work out in their favour. It's going to be Smoothie and Cosmin. Oh my god, Smoothie through the smoke, spamming as he runs along, going to be able to take him down. And now we're going to go back to a bit of a slower round. Barbar is going to be the last man standing. He is going to be looking to try and wrap around towards CT perhaps to try and pick up that defuse kit for himself, and he actually finds the back of Cosmin, who he's going to be able to take down with ease.
oof. That was fast. 2 versus 1. Barbar, not much he can do. Goes down with the kit. Set of armor, smoke as well. Epsilon pick up the pistol and start things off the way they want to go on. And I bet you my voice seems really, really slow right now after that one. But yeah, Epsilon able to pick up the pistol. They're going to pull out the AKs already. 1 on Smooya, 1 on Cosmin. And it's going to be an MP7, 2 UMPs coming out here for the Epsilon side. Going to try and grind out that cash with those weapons. Got a bit of utility as well, so they can try and get some map control early on. It's going to be Chak, I believe he's called. Going to be throwing that Molotov out towards the connector, try and get themselves a bit of map control. But pushing inside of the palace is Hugo here. Cosmin could find himself an opening kill, but they're waiting and lying in wait here. Hugo, I think he knows he's there as well. It's just a battle of the patience right now. Hugo is going to walk around, win that battle, pick up the AK, and now things are on here. Man advantage gain for Singularity.
Yeah, nice find. Able to claim a weapon also, that being one of the AKs that was actually brought into this round. Epsilon only purchased up 2 rifles. It's a fairly heavy SMG buy. And now it'll just be Smoothie that actually has that rifle to actually try and work with and get something done in this round. As right now Epsilon down by 1 man. What way will they try and actually approach this round now to bring it back in their favour? And it looks like right now they will be looking to try and maybe get some control towards short. Smoothie, he will be leading the way. But nice pop flash goes down actually, and forces, I believe it was Benji, back off that angle. But Barbar, the movement, he jumps up into the ladder room, and he is going to be able to take down Smooya. That's the second rifle now that has been dropped. Not going to be retrieved quite yet, but it is going to be in position to be picked up quite soon. And Barbar gets himself another onto Surreal. Looking extremely strong right now for Singularity, as they're going to be able to take themselves a 3-man advantage. And it's all up to Chak and Robin to try and bring this back in the favour of Epsilon. And over towards the back of the site is going to be Safe, as, well, ironically, he looks to play this as safe as possible. He just wants to try and deny this bomb plant once he's able to maybe have a bit of a surprise element, and he won't deny it, but it doesn't matter. He gets that final kill, and it will be Singularity to upset with only the pistol investment.
Yeah, that's actually insane how even it wasn't even close. I mean, they kept 4 players alive. It really just comes down to that opening kill with the CZ, and that's kind of where the CZ is so dangerous. When you're inside close angles like that, you're able to actually take down an AK in a duel just with that peeker's advantage. So that ends up picking up that rifle, gives them a good chance. And Epsilon kind of flustered there. They're going to lose a round here. It's going to be Singularity splitting the rounds. Pulse comes through. I wouldn't say it's tactical early on, probably technical. Although maybe Epsilon started fighting with each other after that one. They want to count.
They do have 2 UK players after also.
Yeah, that's also true. And Robin also seemed a wee bit hot-headed. I've seen a few of the games I was casting, so there is quite a lot of
passionate players
in Epsilon.
But yeah, it looks like we are going to get back into this one, and I don't even think really Safe didn't do much till the end of the round, and even by then it already looked like Epsilon were going to be able to get it done. So I don't even think it was specifically losing that AK early on, maybe in the sense of that it made them be a bit more flustered and they felt like they were forced to do something. Smooth ended up falling because of that, but it was really Barbar that got a lot of work done afterwards, being able to claim those kills with the CZ, and now would have been an eco for Epsilon. I don't know if much is going to be found. They tried to push just immediately out mid and try and take a few kills out of this one if possible, but it's not going to be really starting off too great. Cosmian eventually returns one, but as expected, it will be the kill once again going in favour of Hugo, as Barbar should be able to take down Shaq here towards the top of mid, and he will indeed be able to do so. Singularity, they claim themselves the lead.
Yeah, that was a pretty clean round. They just head towards mid. The Glocks are dispensed with. Cosmin able to get at least a kill. So Epsilon, they're going to come into this one with an AK buy now. It's going to be Czech picking up the AK. He's going to have a smoke double flash. Not too much utility really to write home about here in Epsilon. And this is a map that really requires quite a bit of utility. So there's no A execute on the cards. They've only got 2 smokes. They can perhaps go for this early mid control. You can see one of the smokes being deployed towards short. That does allow for a few players to cross safely towards top of mid. Smooya now, he's going to be just trying to find that opening kill. And this is exactly what Epsilon need to do. They need to find that kill. He'll find the first. Can he get the second as well? That's really could have been huge for him, but he's unable to grab it just yet. But it doesn't matter with Surreal pushing out of ramp. He's going to find a kill on the Benji already. And that A site's completely taken now, Dean.
Yeah, and it's thanks to both of the UK players stepping it up, and Surreal and Smooya, they continue to do so. Eventually there's a bit of seasoning in there as a Romanian joins in to take down Safe, but it was really all in the hands of the UK players there to actually find those 2 openings each, and allow for Epsilon to take an extremely clean gun round into this one. And you can see Singularity, thanks to winning 2 rounds in a row, they have some economy, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to buy onto all of those players. So after going for that full investment, there will be 1 player left onto a CZ, but overall it is actually a fairly solid buy. Safe gets the M4 out. He's lacking utility, but I think his teammates have enough just about to actually make up for that.
Yeah, and Rusty, this is a really good position. And this on the edge of the smoke, the player runs out and walk across. Robin gets caught out by the gap. It will be Rusty finding that kill, puts it into a 5 versus 3. 2 kills picked up early on from Singularity. And this is actually really interesting. Perhaps Epsilon were not expecting such a strong buy. They'll lose 2 players early on, and Singularity, they don't even get traded. Barbar has dropped down to 8 HP, but he has got that AWP to work with. And right now he's just trying to regain some map control. Epsilon, they have got middle. Can they find some more frags, though? That's exactly what they need. They have no smokes left. Actually, they do have 1 smoke here on Surreal, so that's really got to be the saving grace at this point. And Chak is going to be lining up a flashbang, I believe, here. And pop flash Surreal into connector, it looks like. But Hugo, he's got a very good angle to deal with this, and he's got the crossfire from the A-bomb site as well.
Yeah, Epsilon, not ideal here for them to actually go ahead and get reset. Luckily enough, they won the previous round with 5 players alive, so they will still be able to buy. So even with 3 players now, if they're able to even just get a bomb plant, maybe a couple of kills out of this one, that will allow them in the next round to have the chance of breaking the economy of Singularity. But of course, they still want to try and take this one. There is still a good chance. We've seen plenty of 3v5s be brought back in favour of the T-side around there. And Cosmin, he's going to be able to start that off well. He takes a nice headshot on towards Rusty, but Barbar, he'll be utilising this up here quite well as he takes down Cosmin, who attempts to cross. That will be the low HP player that falls at least, so we'll still allow Surreal and Chak to maybe try and get something done into this one, as right now CT is just preparing for this retake. 2 players up short, 1 through underpass, and also 1 through the ladder room. This could get dangerous. Surreal gets 1. Won't be able to transfer there towards the second player as Benji does find that trade out, but Chak now is going to be the last man standing. With Barbar being low, perhaps there's a chance, but it is still going to be difficult. He's aware that there's 1 player on short, I believe. I'm not sure if the second was spotted out, as he has a nice angle, takes down Benji. Doesn't lose any HP in the process either. If he gets Hugo, it could get scary, but he will be able to get it. He will be able to get the trade, rather. Hugo, he will close that down. That got close. 12 and 8 HP.
Yeah, this game really is shaping up to be a weird one. Neither team really looking really convincing right now. It's just been back and forth. Singularity are able to get their 3rd round of the board now. Epsilon, that was a bit of a risky round. They lost 2 players early on. That really can't help. And the trade potential wasn't there. So that is going to be the round. Singularity now take control. And if they can start to grind out consecutive rounds now, they can start to put their economy in very good stead from taking quite a convincing lead early on here on the CT side. That's exactly what you want to be happening here in Mirage, where it is more favored that CT side, and Epsilon will have another buy here, but how much longer can they really afford to do this? They really need to start stringing multiple rounds together. And there's a smoke deployed early on for the CTs towards connector. It's one that has a gap on the top of it, so you can now look over towards short. You can look up towards underpass. So that's actually really strong smokes for the CTs, and go for a pretty heavy connector setup here. They've got 2 players in there, 1 inside of the A ramp and 1 back towards CT, leaving only 1 player inside of the B apartment.
Yeah, right now just a fairly standard default from Epsilon. They are just going to be splitting up, mostly focusing on mid. Of course, they've actually basically given up control of the B apartments, which means an aggressive push from Barbar could be quite effective, but he doesn't go for it. Instead, he does fall back off, and right now Epsilon, they're in a decent position. They're able to get themselves out towards mid. Right now the CT is not really looking to contest, but if they do decide to go for this connector control, that's when it perhaps could get a bit scrappy. The smoke goes down, should allow for them to advance up in towards connector, or maybe even just try and make their way up short, cutting off that vision from the A bomb site. And it looks like they will indeed try and split over towards B now as the boost even comes in. So a little bit of an extra angle for them to try and peek towards B from. Check. Let's see if he's going to be able to find any openings, or will it be Robin who gets taken down instantly by Barbar. Barbar on the bomb site. Not the greatest position to have the op from, and after finding one, he will end up falling. But Cosmin lines them up, does get one, eventually finishes off the second. A little bit awkward perhaps, but does end up getting that two-man advantage there for his team to work with. And now it only been safe in Hugo. Let's see if they're going to be able to do anything to bring this back. Reminder, the economy of the CT side is not great, and I think because of that, they are just going to look to try and save this one.
Yeah, saving these weapons would probably be the best decision, but yet again, another round has just gone back and forth. I think Singularity were able to string 2 rounds together when Epsilon didn't have any investment. I think that's been the only consecutive rounds we've seen so far. So this is really, really interesting right now and really sloppy, but this makes for an interesting game for sure. And Epsilon, if they can start to win consecutive rounds now, this will definitely start to favor them coming into this T side, because the CT's economy, it really can't survive this sort of playstyle. So when it loses a round, then wins a round, then loses a round, its economy is going to be up and down, fluctuating madly. So you're not going to have too much cash to work with. And you can see Singularity, they've got buttons to work with, not much at all in the way of cash.
Yeah, but it looks like they are going to buy up around these rifles anyway. They will get something out of it. They get a Deagle along with 2 UMPs, so a couple SMGs at least to try and actually back this up, sorry. But yeah, coming into this one, Epsilon, they definitely have the advantage. They have a good position to try and claim themselves the lead. Let's see if they're going to be able to do so, as of course Singularity still with those rifles, they can be scary. You can never underestimate what 1 or 2 weapons can actually get done. Anything that can be saved can certainly be used in favor of the CT side, as right now it is going to be Epsilon just grouping up towards the A bomb site. Looks like we may see a bit of a faster paced round. We may see them immediately trying to go towards A, and with 3 players in position, rather 4, and still to be 5 with Rusty rotating in also. This could get difficult for Epsilon. Let's see who it's going to go in favor of, as early on it will be Singularity. You go and safe take 1 each, push Jack along with Smooya. They trade that back, and eventually it will be once again Singularity with a 1-man advantage. But still, Smooya and Robin, they're in a pretty good position. They realise there's a stack towards this A bomb site, and because of that, they will just back off. And in a 2-on-3, that's a pretty good decision. Eventually, we are going to have to see Singularity maybe splitting up some of this defense, spreading it a bit more thinly, and then with the options of, well, with the chances rather of a 2-on-1 or a 2-on-2 for Epsilon, it is beginning to look quite decent. They will make their way out towards middle, a couple flashes in play, and it looks like they may just try and creep their way up short.
Yeah, pushing up short towards B would probably be the best decision right now, considering there is no presence towards that B bomb site. There is Benji, but he's really far back, but he should hear these footsteps now. That'll make him get a little bit closer, but he's only 12 HP. They should be able to dispatch with him quite easily. Now, inside of the van, they're going to be trying to get their way onto the bomb site, clearing every angle. Not exactly methodically, but no damage has been dealt from the CTs just yet, so Smooya will just stick around now, trying to find some headshots. Of course, they still got the man advantage on the Singularity side, and making his way in from the apartments is Benji. 12 HP, has assistance now from the kitchen and short, so this makes it a 3-pronged attack. It is going to be Benji finding a kill with that UMP, and safe to finish it off as he takes Robin, and that will be 4-3 in favor of Singularity. And there we go, another back and forth round here, Dean.
Yeah, apologies, was just taking a drink there, but yeah, it's been extremely back and forth so far. Neither team really allowed to build up any to really build up a solid economy to actually back themselves up with, to allow for maybe some rounds to be lost and then instantly be able to come back in and try and reset the economy. But yeah, that was a nice showing by Singularity. They had very little to work with in that one, and they were actually able to pull it off. So Epsilon, they will be instantly going back for the buy themselves. The only person really lacking is Surreal. The other players are going to be working with an op and the Smooya, which is perhaps, in my opinion, the most important thing that they have to work with, and also a decent amount of utility really to allow for them to go for this mid control that so far they really seem to be favouring.
Just take that standard mid control. They put a couple of players towards the top of mid. That AWP will definitely help this time from in the hands of Smooya. And it's a really weird buy from Epsilon, actually. They haven't got much utility. They've got a CZ and Surreal, but of course, as you say, that missing piece of the puzzle could be Smooya's AWP. So getting boosted up inside of the window is Cosmin, and there we go. Smooya picking up a kill onto Hugo with that op, and that is going to be the man advantage gain for the Epsilon side. And if this European mix want to go further, they're going to have to find another couple of kills here. And Saif, I think he shares the player from CT. He does get him. Not before Benji goes down, though, so that is a trade. A man advantage still intact for Epsilon as they flow into the B-bomb site. Rusty is able to grab a kill onthe Surreal, puts it into a 3 versus 3. 50 seconds left on the clock, and the last 3 players are cavalry charging that B-bomb site. And the bench, it's going to be shut down as Rusty as well. 2 versus 3. 1-man advantage still intact for Epsilon. Getting onto the bomb site now. Jack is spraying through. What a kill through the smoke. And there we go. And it's going to be safe, taking down Smooya, leaving it into a 1 versus 2. There we go, it is safe now. He has to try and clutch this out. There's 2 players now. He has to find Shaq and Robin. And that bomb site is now heavily under the influence of Epsilon's AK-47s. And safe, this is perfectly played. Both players are going together. Robin and Shaq are making it difficult. And there we go, he will pick up the kill anyway. Robin takes down Safe. The round goes in the favor of Epsilon. And the way they played that was actually perfect. I mean, they knew he most likely had an op. Safe had the op, so they knew he most likely has that AWP. So what we do is we walk around in a duo. He can't hit both of us. If we just go together, there's an instant trade right there. Don't let him get series of 1 versus 1s, and that's how they win that clutch, basically just walking around together. So it is a perfect round for Epsilon to win. A pause will come through because this is getting out of hand now. In Singularity, they were able to get around, then lose around, then win around, then lose around. Same for Epsilon, but Singularity this time, the only difference is they don't have any cash to work with right now. Safe 1,600, Benji 1,500, 1,450 here on Barbar, and they've got above 2k on 2 players, but that'll most likely be resulting in a bit of a force buy here from the Singularity side. They've got CZ and Armor coming out here with a flashbang. It's utility as well, so could be a bit of a scary buy for Epsilon. I mean, there's still a bit of utility and a bit of weapons and armor to work with there on the Singularity side, so it really comes down to this Epsilon buy now. You can see Surreal has a good read of this one. He picks up the MAC-10. This is going to be that cash grinder, of course. I call the SMGs the cash grinders just because the amount of bonus cash you can get from just going around the map and picking up kills on the unarmored opponents. But Singularity, they have bought themselves armor, but it's not exactly head armor. One player has bought himself a helmet, and that is Hugo. The rest of the players, they're going to be squishies to that MAC-10. That's going to be insta kills for every headshot on the server right now. So MAC-10, USPs, anything that wants to go up against that head armor will result in an instant kill. Nepal is still intact. This is really interesting. Would say it's probably a tactical for Singularity, but it was a really good setup from the Epsilon clutch there.
Yeah, I agree with this force buy by Singularity. Ideally, they'd like to not have to go for this one, but the fact that they had 3 players on double eco means they won't be buying until that 11th round no matter what. So even if they did eco this one, they would have been on another eco in the following, and they finally would have been able to buy. Of course, it would have been a stronger buy than if they go for this force investment, but I guess their goal right now is they know that they've caused a good bit of damage to the Epsilon economy, try and keep that low. And yeah, they have a good chance into this one. So let's see what they're going to be able to do. We've seen already a couple upsets being pulled off that second round. Of course, we saw Barbar step it up with the CZ along with, I believe that was Safe. As both of those players were able to take down a few players each and put it in favour of Singularity. So the scoreline, it is going to be 4-4. Reminder, this is the final map of this best of 3 series. And now Epsilon. Let's see if they're going to be able to withstand the pistols.
Yeah, these pistols can do a lot of damage. They're very scary, but the server seems to froze.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What just happened? Alright guys, we're back. I apologize. I am going to have to join back up into the Discord. I'm not sure what happened there. I think my internet just had a small problem. It disconnected itself. I don't know. I was still online on things. It said there was nothing wrong when I troubleshooted. But yeah, we are back into it. Apologies. We didn't really miss much, luckily enough. The scoreline, it is 5-4 in favour of Epsilon. And right now it is just the force buy coming in from Singularity. So Smooya hits a nice shot there to open that up by taking down Barbar. And that is going to put Epsilon now with a 1-man advantage. And while it's just a bit of a force buy, I'm going to hurry up and just rejoin Discord so Dinko can cast alongside me. That's a Discord would work, of course. I need to turn the volume back up as well, guys. Sorry. But yeah, we should see a fairly easy round coming in for Epsilon. They will just make their way towards this A-bomb site. Oh, hello, Dinko. We have returned. So we are going to be back now casting both of us, of course. And apologies for that little delay there and also the stream dropping. But it is going to actually be a couple of kills at least coming in for the CT side. But I don't think it'll be enough to actually allow for them to take this round, as it is only going to be Rusty now that stands up against 3. Cosmian almost gets caught off guard, rather does get caught off guard and gets dropped. So nice find by Rusty to get the first player. Can you hear me, Dinko?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, all good.
Oh, there we go. Must have been, I was holding push talk before I joined. I guess that's what it was. But yeah, it's just going to be down to a 2-on-1 now. Rusty maybe has a chance to get this one done, but of course he doesn't have a defuse kit, so that is going to make things a little bit more complicated. Does actually now have a smoke that he can throw down and tap this bomb. Try and bait it out for Robin, as he will push forward. Doesn't matter though. Robin, he's able to shut that one down, and Epsilon take themselves up to 6-4.
There we go. It's 5-4 actually. I think
It's a 5-4. I thought it was already 5-4. Oh,
no,
my bad.
it was 4-4, and then the server crashed, and I think Epsilon were about to win the round, but I guess they just replayed the round.
So I was wrong. Apologies.
I guess this is their 5th round now. So, yeah, this should be up to 6-4. I mean, they only up against USPs. One flashbang here on Rusty, so not much they can really hope to do. So Epsilon, it's likely they'll be up to... Oh, that's actually a nice flashbang from Surreal there. We'll pick up the kill on the bar as well. That'll be an early advantage coming through by Epsilon. They'll be wanting to get the 6th round on the board, and it's definitely likely they'll be able to do so. But we'll talk. There wasn't really much momentum for that break to really, for that pause to really break anyway, Dean. But could it have maybe calmed some of the players down, and we could see perhaps a bit more of a more structured game of Counter-Strike instead of this back and forth rounds?
I don't know. This of course was an easy round for Epsilon. Oh, the score is actually returned to the top of the screen. That's good. We can see actually what score it is. So I was wrong. I think I was right. It is 5-4 for Epsilon now, and it's about to be 6-4. So I was correct in my prediction eventually, but I wasn't right when I said it. So apologies about that. But yeah, I don't think much is going to be found for Singularity. Only USP is to work with into this one, and as you can see, the rifles are going to be coming out victorious in every single duel that's taken. It's only going to be safe now that remains as the last man standing in a 1-on-5 with only a USP to work with. So unlikely he'll get much. Nice dink onto Robin, but he is going to get flanked out. Allows himself to find one kill at least onto Robin, finishes him off with a 2nd, and there we go. Epsilon, they get themselves up to a 6th round. No rifles to be retrieved either by Singularity.
Yeah, that was a pretty standard round. I mean, they're only going up against USPs. There was one flashbang invested. Obviously not able to do much, so that is 6-4 now. Epsilon, they've taken the lead by 2. They've got consecutive rounds. That's something we haven't seen Epsilon do yet on this Mirage map, so we could see a bit of a runaway. Singularity have picked up that AWP, though, on safe. No armor, so it's a glass cannon coming through here. So let's see how much that can really impact the round, because Epsilon, they aren't having an AWP on Smoo yet. So you can see that was an impactful play, and there goes the op, finding the first kill. Surreal is dropped, so that's the huge kill coming through. Man advantage game for the CTs, but Smoo, he's up to his usual antics inside of the smoke up towards short. Barbar, he's not expecting this one. He's going to flash over the top, but Smoo will grab the kill on the Barbar, spraying through. Robin taps away, takes down Benji. 3 versus 4, and Smoo is going to get dropped from Hugo. Calls mean spins round and will reply, but it's still man advantage for Epsilon.
Yeah, now this retake is going to be difficult for Safe and Rusty. They don't have a defuse kit. Safe, of course, early into this round was tagged up in the process of finding that kill onto Surreal. So if they decide to go for this one, they need to really get a move on. They need to make this one happen fast. And with 3 players alive for Epsilon, all being in very solid positions to just play the time on this bomb, I don't really think this is going to be possible by Singularity. Maybe just should be contemplating backing off and trying to save these weapons, but they will look to try and go for it. Safe, if he's going to hit shots like that, perhaps they will have a chance to get this one, but with no defuse kit, they are going to have to try and get on this bomb quite soon. And here we go, Chak once again going to be able to take down Safe, returns it, and the op has been dropped, as Rusty now is going to be the last man standing. Doesn't get both kills, as he will eventually fall. Gets Robin at least. Chak should be, no, I don't think he's going for the op. He didn't have the time to get it, but yeah, Epsilon, they'll be happy with around 7-4, and once again, the economy of Singularity, it's not going to be enough to actually allow them to get a buyout into this one.
Yeah, finally getting consecutive rounds, even off the back of an early kill from Singularity, and Epsilon are able to get themselves 3 in a row now. So things are looking definitely much greater for the Epsilon side. They're likely to get themselves up 8 here and go confirming themselves the lead into the second half. So let's see if that does come into fruition. It's going to be Hugo going aggressive with this CZ towards top of mid. He's able to grab 1 kill, nearly grabs the second. That Molotov makes things a little bit more difficult, but still going in for the kill. That's the bomb, and that's a huge impact frag, and that will give the man advantage in favor of Singularity, and they have got the bomb control. It's just how much longer can they control this. Cosmin has found a headshot on the Rusty. Surreal in a perfect position up here. If he strikes, he can find 3 of them. He hears all the footsteps. They're unaware he's here, but now that Surreal has an AK in his hands, it's Safe, should I say, as an AK in his hands. Also Hugo. It makes things that even more difficult for Epsilon to try and retrieve this bomb from this position.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy one. Time beginning to tick down. They still have just roughly a minute to work with, and actually with 2 players for the CT side deciding to back off and make their way up towards the A ramp, and actually Safe also doing the same, just giving this bomb up. It could get a little bit dangerous. Bomb should now be retrieved, and it's really all about where Epsilon decide to take this one eventually. Will they go over towards B, or will they come back towards A is the question. If they go towards A, they may be walking directly into a CT stack, but look at this position for Cosmian. He's in a great spot right here. He is going to actually allow both CTs to bypass him and go towards that B bomb site where currently his teammates do look to try and go towards. They're making their way up short, but then again with a flank from Cosmian now, this could get dangerous. It could get a little bit scary for the CT side. And there you have it. Cosmian gets himself the first. Benji, he falls, but Hugo still in position to find the tread. One of the AK is going to be able to get some work done. They were happy enough with sacrificing that USP, but Smooya, as he finds the kill onto Hugo, will allow now for the T's to take over this B bomb site, and the bomb will go down with 10 seconds to spare. And now it's all onto Safe. The AK has been retrieved. He's had a couple nice rounds so far in this game, but let's see if he's going to be able to clutch this one out.
He's got to find 2 players, one on the bench, that's Smooya. Got to find the player towards short, lands a bit of a shot, but now they know where he is. This makes things even more difficult, and he has no utility to work with, no armor. Aim punch will be a factor. And there we go. Smooya takes the headshot, takes the round. Epsilon get themselves their 8th on the board. 8-4 the scoreline. They confirm themselves the victory of the half already, so they're going to be wanting to go for more. But Singularity, they pull out that double op setup. This could be a missing piece to the puzzle. Barbar sitting on 0-0-9 and Benji sitting on 0-1 and 10. That's interesting.
Oh, I actually did not notice that. Barbar is maybe not the best fragger, but he's always been considered a pretty decent fragger for being an IGL. He's usually an IGL on the teams he's on, and Benji also was a pretty solid player. I remember back in the days he used to play with players such as Dumas and I believe even Twist also at points, so he was always a fairly solid player within the Swedish region. But yeah, not off to a great start in this map, which of course does matter massively. The elimination game, if you lose this one, you're out of contention to qualify for IEM Katowice 2018. And of course all teams will want to be able to play in front of that massive and amazing Polish crowd. As once Singularity now do get back onto the guns, as you mentioned, they make a bit of a change. They go for the double op, and maybe now Barbar having that big green gun can finally get something done. As once again Epsilon just focus their control towards middle, and Singularity happy enough with conceding that one.
Yeah, when 2 of your players are yet to find the frag this late into the game, you're definitely going to be asking some questions. But there we go. He's going to find his first kill, and he's going to be on the Cosmian. That AWP is going to be showing a little bit of presence. Takes down the first kill. 50 seconds left on the clock, and now Robin is going to be pushing his way up through the connector. Has the support from stairs. Doesn't need it. He'll grab the kill himself now into a 4 versus 4. Even odds, but as soon as I say that, Safe makes a quick liar of me, and he'll grab himself a kill with the op. And there goes Rusty from short, taking another kill, and now it's only Jack.
Surreal.
1 versus 4.
Surreal timed out, and that actually gave Barbar an extra $300, which is pretty good because he wasn't going to make that money from the round either way. Of course, only having, I believe it's 100 with the op for getting the kills, so he's able to get himself an extra $300. You can never underestimate what money he can do in this. That now allows him to maybe even buy a P250 if he wants, or an aid. But yeah, Barbar finally stepping it up and around. The honorary Irishman. He of course does live here in Dublin. Yeah, he does be quite active in the CSGO Ireland Facebook page, which both of us of course are in, as we're both Irish and some shape or form. But yeah, the Barbar finally steps it up. Maybe that's what was needed now, this double up setup. The question is it too late? If they can get themselves up to 7, it'll still be quite a respectable half that I believe they should be quite happy with.
Yeah, they're going to be happy with that for sure. If they can get themselves another one, that would be pretty good. But Singularity, that was a good opening kill from Barbar, able to grab one with the op, and really just gives them that advantage. And him being able to fall back alive does give himself a good chance, but eventually does go down. 8-5 is the scoreline now. And again, the double up setup is intact for the CT.
Yeah, strange buy coming in from Epsilon. They decide to fully invest into this one, I guess, facing off against what was most likely a double eco, but I don't actually think so, because a lot of utility also purchased up along with the pistols, and the utility pistols and the Kevlar also rather, and it's a decent amount of utility, including Molotovs. Those are expensive, as right now it looks to be just an execute. So Epsilon going for the force buy, but they do have a plan to back it up. It's not just wildly sprinting around the map. They'll be executing straight towards the A bomb site and just allowing Cosmian to try and lurk out through underpass, and gaining that man advantage thanks to Smooya is going to put them in a pretty decent position. Seems like they have been perhaps halted in their tracks thanks to that utility usage from Singularity, and Safe able to return one. Cosmian, nice find as he takes down Safe, but Barbar going to be able to trade that back. Doesn't connect it onto Smooya. That got a little bit awkward there, as both players not able to connect their shots, but Smooya hits it on the second chance. He will peek over towards Rusty, takes him down with a nice little headshot, and Benji trying to bring it back. Won't be able to deny the bomb plant for the moment, but he does at least get some damage in, and maybe able to find it as he swings out. So Smooya now going to be left all alone. Smooya up against Barbar, the former teammates, of course, the Swedish IGL up against the UK superstar, if that's what you'd like to call him. Maybe not a superstar, but yeah, he's definitely a solid player. But let's see if he's going to be able to get this one done. He takes a nice angle. I like to see elevates himself, looking to try and catch Barbar off guard, who currently is just going to be actually hiding around in connector, looking to try and maybe use a bit of a element of surprise, but looks like he's going to be found. Smooya able to miss that first shot rather, but swaps over to the Glock and finds it. Yeah, so that got a bit awkward during that one-on-one. Could have been a bit shaky for Smooya after missing that shot, but he does bring it back with the Glock. And Singularity now conceding another round to Epsilon. It is going to be 9 for Epsilon, and looking like it's potentially going to be double digits in this first half, as the economy for Singularity into this final round is not looking good.
That was the most UK play I've ever seen. It's like 360, collecting the bomb, then misses the op shot, goes with the Glock, still gets the kill. 9-5. Unbelievable from Smooya. But something I just noticed, Dean, and I don't know if it... I don't know if this is actually true or not, but I'm just making a prediction. Basically, Epsilon's flag has been changed from Russia to Europe, and I would hope that ESL wouldn't shut down the server just to change a flag, but
I hope
well
not.
do.
Don't call out ESL, man. You get me fired. Anyway, listen, but yeah, I don't think that was it. I think it was just once the server reset, it definitely fixed itself. Yeah, but yeah, Surreal, nice find there. Is going to be able to take down Rusty. Knowing that they're up against a weaker buy, does decide to just rock this Mac 10, and he's rocking it indeed. Rocking it with your Mac 10s out rather than Glocks, as he finds those 2 entries. Robin also chimes him at 1. Safe at least, trying to bring it back and bring something back rather for Singularity, but with only 1 kill, that's not nearly going to be enough. It leaves Hugo now in a 1-on-4, coming in on the flank, but he's not really given a chance to do anything as his teammates all fall before he is able to actually get into position. So as he's taken down, Epsilon do end this half with a 10-5 lead, and that was actually a very solid half. They'll be extremely happy with that. Reminder, this is actually the final map of this best of 3 series.
Yeah, that's a really good half from Epsilon. It looked a little bit shaky towards the start, but after the technical pause was resumed and our issues were fixed, we pretty much just seen Epsilon take control of the half and just really dominate from that point. And it looked good for Singularity. They were back and forth fragging, but it just seems as though Epsilon have got a good grip of this. They definitely want to try and extend their lead of picking up this pistol. But for Singularity, they're going to have a bit of time to call a strategy, perhaps, of what they want to do here on this T side. They can dictate the pace of the pistol round, so we'll likely see... I don't know if we'll see just running out with Glocks or just to execute. I'd like to see an execute come out, try and secure yourself that pistol round. And I would say A would probably be the best place to challenge right now. So smoke for the connector / jungle, 1 for the stairs, and charge down CT with a couple of flashes, try and get the bomb down on that site. But let's see what they actually decide to do. And they are buying up the smokes, the nades, and the flashes. So suggesting me a bit of an A hit as they are shaping towards that side of the map, or looking there. So let's see how it does play out. I'm going to be heading towards A here. So this could be the strategy that I had in mind.
Yeah, certainly a possibility. You see this being done a lot in all games really. You'll see it in even pugs, and the fact that so many people use it in pugs, it's such a common strategy, means that it is indeed effective. Let's see how it works now up against an actual team though. But Epsilon going for a retake on towards A will be actually a good situation for Singularity. Gives them a good chance to at least get out towards the site, push down that sole player in CT, and actually get themselves some nice map control. Surreal just going to be peeking for some info. Once he spots out a few, he will fall back and just wait for his teammates now so they can work together on this retake.
Yeah, bomb down now into a 5 versus 5. This is going to be an interesting pistol round to say the least. Bomb goes down, pretty standard setup, standard strategy, but 5 players are making 4, are just going to push through CT. Jack is able to grab a first headshot, Barbar and Rusty find 3. Surreal is able to grab 1 back, but it's into a 2 versus 2 as Robin finds a headshot. Cosming through the CT position, shuts down safe, and now it's only Benji. He has to find the kills. He's going to tap 1, that's his first, and goes for the second, but he's playing time. There's still a kid on Robin, there's still a huge chance he'll be able to close this one out. He's going to stick it, 5 seconds. He has to peek out now, Benji. He's going to do it. Is he? Oh, came so close. And just at the last second, he grabs the kill, and that will be 10-6. Singularity pick up a much-needed pistol round coming into the second half. Yeah,
that was such a crucial clutch there by Benji. If they didn't take that one, likely Epsilon been able to run away with a very good lead, and being on the side of the map that most people would favour. The CT side is usually slightly biased in that direction. They would have been really looking like they're in a solid position to close this one out. So Singularity picking up a pistol will give themselves a good chance now, as they will just face off against the force buy by Epsilon. And actually Smooya gets himself a deagle, doesn't get too much else, wants to keep at least some economy to go towards the AWP once he does want to get that out when the guns are going to be coming out for Epsilon. But right now Barbar, he'll actually be lurking up in connector with his Mach 10, has got himself into a good position, but if the smoke fades he could get in trouble. Doesn't matter though, he takes down 1 at least as he tries to fall back. Robin is going to be able to hunt them down. the Tread for now, the weapon not going to be retrievable, and it looks like Singularity are just going to immediately commit towards this A bomb site, and they are having some success actually as they're able to take down one more player. They drop Surreal, and now in a 3-on-4 Epsilon. Let's see if they can bring this back with only pistols.
Yeah, 3 versus 4. Epsilon have a few CZs to work with. Robin and Jack do have... Oh, another Mac 10 picked up on Robin. There's still a chance now, but Benji lurking on the A ramp. This is his domain. Starting to look good here in the second half, but Jack's able to win that battle, and that will open up an opportunity now. No kit to work with, so they've got to find 3 players quite quickly and get in on that site. And it's not happening right now. Safe shuts down Robin. Hugo comes in from CT, and only Jack, and that will be quickly disposed with, and that will be 10-7 Singularity. They're able to string 2 together, and that's a desperate round that they desperately needed to win, and they do so quite convincingly now. Epsilon are going to have at least a full eco this round and perhaps a decent buy into the next one, or they can double eco and go for a really strong buy. They do have a heavy lead, so it could be a viable option.
Yeah, sorry, we were just typing in chat there for a second. But yeah, it is just going to be the full eco by Epsilon. Not really going to be looking for much. Interestingly enough, Smoothie actually invests into a Deagle in this one. That puts him up to 1750, but Cosmain having money likely can drop that one in the following round if he wants to do so. Probably won't see much being done. Smoothie already falls with that Deagle. It's going to be Cosmain to at least tread that back on towards Barbar, but with the T's being able to make their way towards B, they should overwhelm this defense quite easily. And as you can see, there's no real resistance that's put up, so only going to be Surreal and Robin now that remain. Hugo looking to try and build up some bank with this UMP, and he will find one more onto Surreal. So $600 in the bank, and there we go. Doubles that up to 12.
Yeah, it is looking really, really strong now. I mean, Benji's had a bit of a stronger performance coming into the second half already, has found himself 3 kills, whereas on that first half, I don't think he found a single kill. So that's interesting. So coming into this one, I'm really struggling to believe that 2 players on Singularity didn't find a single kill that late in the game. Perhaps that might have been an issue with Match Medic. I'm not 100% sure. It could be that they didn't get a single kill, but it seems pretty unlikely at this level. But AWP comes out on Smooya, and that's going to be definitely a heavy factor. I mean, you're going to be really scared of your Singularity. Certain maps that Smooya just doesn't care. He doesn't play like an orthodox player. He doesn't stay in angles, hold the passive. He just does whatever he wants, and it seems to work out for him a lot of the time, which is interesting. So how do you really counter that if you're Singularity? Do you just kind of go around as a duo, trying to find some areas in the map to try and shut him down with maybe a double peek, a flash, and bait? I don't know how it would work, but basically Smooya is just going to be a huge issue for Singularity to deal with.
Yeah, they just make sure that they use their utility well, and also stick in a group or at least multiple players together at a time, so that the possibility is there for the trade, so that even if they do lose a kill to Smooya, they will be able to return it and at least keep themselves in a good position. As the trades do tend to favour the T side rather, but we see some nice map control coming in. They're able to get 2 players in towards Connector. Singularity, that is a 3rd player, does decide to join them, and looks like they're going to try and split towards the save on site. But Robin, he's in a good position, doesn't matter, he gets taken down. Barbar also able to take down Surreal. Smooya returns 1, but still right now Epsilon with a 1-man disadvantage. It's going to be difficult, and Rusty, he's in a good position, but it seems like the read is correct for Chak, but he's not going to be able to find the kill. Rusty wins out that fight, Cosmain trades it back, but he doesn't remain alive for too much longer as he'll instantly be taken down by Benji. And now Smooya, the man that you mentioned, is going to be the last man standing. 1-on-3, hits the first shot on towards Benji. He's aware that Barbar, I believe, is up towards Palace. He's at least being cautious of this position. But now it's only it's only onto Smooya still, 1-on-2, and with Rusty in this position towards Connector, the bomb planted for this, I don't think there's much he can do. No defuse kit, 20 HP, and as you can see, he is going to back off. Gets a kit on the way, but it's a little bit too late now.
Yeah, finds 2 into the round, but ultimately it's not enough. His teammates don't find the kills that are needed. Cosmain's able to grab 1, but that's overall a good round from Singularity and a very crucial one to win. Epsilon didn't have too much counter utility, and there goes the op as well. That's literally the worst outcome that you possibly could have had if you're Epsilon. Not winning the round and also losing that op, you're going to be put back onto a very, very weak buy. If they had saved over even that op, they would have been able to buy maybe CZs around it and have a really good chance of actually picking up a round if Smooya is able to find 1 or 2. But after losing that op, that just puts it really much, very much so in the favor of Epsilon and Singularity right now. They're on 9 rounds, 1 round away from evening it all out after a dominating end to the first half. Epsilon look a little bit weak now.
Yeah, Singularity so far, they've just been running a fairly standard setup, really. Most teams on this map do just focus towards that mid control. It gives you the options to split towards either bomb site or even just back off and then execute towards the site together later on and just leave a bit of a, perhaps have it in the back of the head of your opponents that you could have a player in towards mid and allow them to maybe not be too focused on towards the choke points and towards the bomb sites. But Singularity, I like this. They stick together and underpass. They're aware that there's a possibility of aggression. Robin still finds one somehow. But of course, Singularity, they will be happy with finding that trade. The CT side now, they will have to split that defense up just a little bit more thinly spread, and that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for them to actually try and hold these positions, of course. As right now, over towards connector, 2 players, there is going to be waiting behind that smoke, but it seems like Singularity have made the correct decision. They try to go up short, Cosmian pushes, he finds one actually. Connects a small amount of damage onto Barbar, but nothing really too substantial. But Smooya, he steps it up when it's needed. Hits the 1 dig, will be traded up by Rusty. But will they expect another player to be on position on this site, as it is going to be Chak with a P to 50. Low HP though, which isn't the best. And Rusty spots him out, finishes him off, not before receiving a dink. So it gives a small chance at least for Surreal to try and clutch this one out. But as he's spotted, he takes damage. And Rusty should be able to close this one out. There you have it. You will indeed take him down with a quick headshot.
Yeah, 10-10 is the scoreline. It's been all evened out here yet again. And this could shape up for a very good second half from Singularity here. As Epsilon, they have to find the kills. And Smooya has picked up an AWP here. They've got a good bit more utility to work with. 2 kits. No head armor apart from Cosmine, so not really needed at all against the AKs and AWP. 1 bullet, you're dead from any of those weapons. So good to save the cash on the helmet and just go for the Kevlar vest. Barbar's gone quite aggressively up towards connecting, but that flash is not good. It doesn't blind the other players, but it blinds Robin. Somehow he still gets a kill. Smooya chimes in, but Hugo's there. Rusty hops up on top of the smoke and a nade from Benji. A Kobe lands right inside of the CT, takes down Smooya and the AWP in the process, and puts it into a 2 versus 3. 1 minute and 23 seconds left on the clock, and this A bomb site has fallen to the offensive side of Singularity. Now the retake has to come in. You can see Cosmine trying to find at least a kill, but it's all on Chak now. Finds a headshot on the Benji. Has to find 2 more though, and that Molotov from Safe inside of the connector and 1 inside of the ramp. This is a perfect crossfire. This should make it virtually impossible to win this round. He has to find a kill and has to find it quickly. He has got a bit of utility here. 2 flashes and a smoke, and he's got a kit, so he can play the time as low as possible. The smoke deploys on the bomb, spraying through. Rusty grabs the kill, and that'll be 11-10. Singularity, they take the lead here, Dean. 6 rounds in a row.
Yeah, this is getting really scary for Epsilon right now. They are a fairly new team. I don't know if they really have the mental fortitude right now to actually be able to keep themselves in this game after having that 10-5 lead at half-time. Now conceding 6 rounds in a row to Singularity, as they take over a lot of the... They take over all the momentum, basically. They now control the economy, the CT side. It's a bit more expensive for the buys also, so when you're just instantly getting... when you keep getting reset and you have to keep going for these half buys, it's not really ideal. But yeah, it is just going to be the pistols and Kevlar coming up by Epsilon. Someone asked me for a speed cast, so I might go ahead and do that once the action picks up. Or at least in this round, well, there's not really too much to be done. But right now, it is just going to be the T is looking to try and control towards middle. Barbar with the Mach 10 is going to be the first man to push forward in Palace. Takes down Cosmian. Really nice headshot is going to come in. And I am going to go ahead and speed this one up now, as it is going to be the T's once again, just focusing towards middle. 3 players are going to be grouped up. We see one up in the whorehouse, or up in the ladder room, rather. That's the perhaps more politically correct call out for on the stream. That is going to be Smooya, and it looks like he may have some action coming to him soon. Benji's going to be the one leading the way, looking to try and get this done. May find the player, but he actually doesn't spot out the shoulder. Somehow Smooya for now will remain alive in this position, and he may be able to pounce, as the attention of the T's won't be focused towards this position. The action isn't really going so fast right now, so I can't actually keep the pace up, so it's a little bit of a stalemate. But there we go, Benji going to be able to take down Smooya. Nice find to put that advantage even further in favour of Singularity, and it looks like some counter aggression by the CTs is actually going to work out in their favour. Surreal and Robin are getting it done. It's going to be Robin to find 2. Benji trades it back, as now it will be a commitment towards this B-bomb. So Hugo not expecting the player to be up close on this balcony. Chak able to win that one now, and now it's all onto Benji. Only 11 points of HP, rather 8 points of HP to try and get this one done, and he is going to be trapped on the bomb site between a rock and a hard place. Surreal coming out of the kitchen will be able to find it with the CZ, and it's going to be Epsilon to return it finally and get themselves up to an 11th.
Yeah, we're definitely not expecting that one to happen, that's for sure. The CZs reign supreme, and Epsilon get themselves another round on the board and even things out again. This is quite unbelievable. This game is so back and forth. It's pretty crazy. I've never actually attempted a fast cast round before. I don't know if I can.
Do you want to give it a go?
Might as well go for it. Hopefully this one is a little bit faster. I don't know. I don't know if I haven't really picked up the speed before. I've just kind of spoke slowly in case there's any Europeans that don't actually understand what I'm saying. But I guess we'll go for it. Barbar looking for a kill. We'll spot one. Hop over towards the stairs. Doesn't stick around long enough. Falls back in T. Spawn. 3 players, 2 players towards top mid. One going through the apartments. It's going to be the bomb picked up now. Still a pretty standard setup. One towards the CT position. One side of the connector. 2 towards mid. One on the B bomb site with 3 players shaping up again to go towards middle. Pretty passive setup from Singularity though. And a aggressive push coming in by Smooya. Pretty standard play from a UK player. Bit of utility here across the board for Epsilon, but the bomb is still towards the top of middle and 2 players towards B. Nice Smooya. This angle is so aggressive, looking for some kills. But again, the pace is quite slowed in. I don't know.
Is that it, my man? Step aside, let the pros handle this one, alright? As it is going to be Singularity right now, just splitting up for a fairly standard default. Going to be 2 players over in the B apartments, 2 players also holding towards the top of mid, as well as Rusty just looking in towards Palace. As we're going to really pick up the pace in this, we're going to try and go as fast as I possibly can speak. But right now, it is a bit of a stalemate, so I can't maybe keep the pace up too high. Smoothie, a nice aggressive push towards middle. Going to be able to find one coming up soon as he hits the flick on towards safe. Going to be able to take him down, and then we will just retreat back, ensure that his teammates are going to be able to keep this man advantage. And if Singularity on the back foot as Epsilon do a good job early on to take themselves that first blood.
Yeah, I lose. I'd guess. It's like, so Hugo, he's got to grab a headshot. That's on the calls. Mean now puts his way towards the connector. Will swing round in the jungle. Takes Robin as well. This is unbelievable. Just taking that A bomb site by storm. The bomb still lying in wait in ramp. Still has to find a kill here. Surreal really can't go down. If he does, and I'm afraid he will due to this nade. Benji throws it in, and another Kobe goes in his favor. The bomb goes down in the middle of the bomb site. Smooya and Chak have it all to do here. Otherwise, Singularity, they're going to break their economy, and that is another huge kill to come in from Smooya. Hops up on top of the ticket box, able to take a kill, but has 2 more to find. Or 3 more, should I say, and Jack will make that 2 as he walks through and grabs Hugo. Now Barbar close angle, just staying alive. Bit of a sneaky ninja in this position, but they are going to check it eventually. He will peek out and get a kill, however. Jack with a kill. Now 1 versus 1, and he's got to back out of there. Not enough time to get this bomb to... Oh, he's deciding to go back towards the top of the stairs, but again... We'll fall back, not enough time to win the round, and we'll see if this AWP into the next round, which isn't exactly the worst outcome. I mean, they could buy a few CZs around it, and it will be 11 to 12 in favor of Singularity.
Yeah, you can see the economy not great now. Epsilon only been able to take 1 round before they do get reset, and because of that we do see a pause coming in. I would presume this is tactical this time. Previous time we had a pause, it was technical. This time I presume they're trying to actually just talk over that and try and see what's going wrong right now. As of course Singularity been able to claim 7 of the last 8 rounds on this T side, just really giving Epsilon a taste of their own medicine, returning it and taking full control of the T side, similar to what we've seen from Epsilon of course. And it seems like they are actually going to try and buy into this one. They invest everything. Surreal gets the M4 out, so yeah, should be able to get that up, which I believe has already been dropped over towards him, and even an M4 available for Cosmin, so it's not really as weak as of a buy as I was expecting.
No, actually, it's quite a decent buy. I mean, they have a few CZs to work with there, and AWP is going to be picked up as well on the Smooya. So it's actually a really good buy. I mean, they could not going to really challenge Singularities. I mean, look how much money they've got, but definitely still could do a bit of damage, and maybe still a way around. We have a lot of players on that side that have a bit of star power, and they could find themselves some nice angles. But ultimately, I'm still going to give the edge to Singularity. But if Epsilon can steal this one away, get themselves 12-12, we could you never know. It's anybody's game at that point, especially since, I mean, their economy isn't too bad. I mean, they can start to string a few together, and who knows, we could see a comeback coming up.
Yeah, we still could, but Singularity, I'd say they probably will be able to claim... Well, they're in a good position, at least if they're able to take this round. They have still some economy left over after the investment. Of course, we have 3 players yet to actually buy in, so I don't know what their money will be like after they get themselves the that buy-in completely. So let's see what it's going to be like. But Epsilon, of course, they are still on the pause, just trying to discuss over what's going wrong, try and see what's allowing Singularity to actually have such a strong T side. And I think right now Singularity really just abusing that mid control, and then later on just regrouping and splitting towards one of the bomb sites. A especially has been, in my opinion, a bit of a weakness.
Yeah, A seems to be Benji's playground. He's just been throwing grenades in from ramp towards CT, and I think he's had a huge success rate there. This second half is definitely more favored to him. He's found 9 kills into this half already. In the first half, he was sitting on 0. I don't know how accurate that is again, but I'm pretty sure it was 0 kills. And then this half, he seems to have stepped up quite a bit, and I believe a couple of those kills, a heavy amount of those kills actually have been from nades. So A ramp has been a huge position for Benji. We've seen that huge 1 versus 2 clutch as well. So this man stepping up on the second half has really helped Singularity propel them to the scoreline we see now. And also Epsilon, I mean, Smooya, he's been finding kills, but not exactly winning rounds off the back of the kills, and that is a huge issue. When you're finding kills and the rest of your teammates aren't, you can't really string too many rounds together. So really, they just need to try and find perhaps an opening with this AWP into this round and being able to follow up with the rifles and the CZs, and perhaps they could steal away a round for themselves.
Yeah, let's see what's going to happen now, as they do have a pretty solid buy, as was mentioned before. Smooya gets the up, even has a perfect spawn towards window, so he can try and get this open and pick, which is kind of what's needed for the CT side when they're working with some weaker weaponry, rather. As right now, once again, Singularity seems to be a bit of a faster round, actually, this time. There is one player at least putting presence towards middle, that's Barbar, to try and keep the CTs off of the bomb sites and allow for this execute to be more effective, to Smokes to actually cut those players off and being able to try and hold the site down. But Smooya early on, he finds that opening kill on the Barbar. The gap in the short smoke allows him to do so, and because of that Singularity, they are going to just try and instantly commit to this A bomb site, where they're going to be receiving a lot of damage. Shut down in towards the ramp position. A bit of kills gone in favour of Epsilon, and now it's going to be all onto Hugo. 12 points of HP. Smooya jumping up on the ticket booth is going to spot him out, and he hits the flick. Just Epsilon there return it with a bit of a weaker buy than perhaps Singularity had available.
Yes, Surreal finding a triple into the round. Smooya with a double. That is exactly what I called that was needed. You need to find the kills with the AWP, back them up with the rifle, and there we go. There's a round they've stolen away, and that does give them a huge chance now to start to string a few together, perhaps get back into this game. Singularity, they're up on 12, and also have the CZs around it. Not much of a strong buy here for Singularity, so this could be Epsilon taking the lead here into this round, especially since they have the utility, they have the rifles, and also the AWP here on Smooya, and this is looking pretty dire, but this AK towards the underpass will be that weapon trying to search for that opening kill.
Yeah, let's see if they're going to be able to do so. Once again, Smooya in a very similar position to the previous round, the exact same position actually, rather, as he looks to try and work around this smoke, but it's actually going to be Robin to fall first. He gets taken down towards Connector, Rusty able to come out through underpass and find that opening kill to go in favour of Singularity, and with the weaker weaponry they'll be very happy with that, because he attempts to reface and bring it back in their favour, and he's actually able to do so successfully. I'm surprised he got away with his life right there, but Barbar, this boost could be massive. It could be what they need to try and tilt this round in their favour as he creeps in towards jungle. We'll just bypass CT for the moment. We'll try and make his way over towards A, where actually no one is going to be awaiting. Right now the CTs have set up a retake.
Yeah, the CTs are just going to be playing this on the retake. I don't know if I really agree with this one. You should be able to shut them down pretty quickly on that A bomb site when they come in, but they are going to allow them at least the bomb plant. I'll give them a bit of cash to help out their economy later in the round, but Smooya is going to take a kill as Barbar. Never mind, they're not going to let that bomb plant go down. For some reason, Singularity take too long to get onto the bomb site, and Surreal's able to dispatch the bomb planter, but there goes the bomb. Hugo is going to get that bomb plant down. Smooya with a kill, goes for the second as well, grabs it, ends the round, and there we go. Epsilon in the lead here, 13-12, but Singularity, they're going to have a buy into that next round, most likely after getting that bomb plant, and a kill coming through onto Robin, if I'm 100%.
I don't think they will actually have a buy. Their economy.
No, I didn't actually notice how low their economy was. Even in that previous round, they had actually quite a nice bit of cash. They're all sitting on around 6k. I don't know where the money went there.
Yeah, just stuck on the pistols into this one. That should allow Epsilon to be able to take a nice lead, get themselves up to 14, before actually we see Singularity getting the guns back out to try and actually contest this one. As it is, as a reminder for people who maybe just joined the stream, we are up to nearly 1.8 thousand viewers, so thank you guys. But yeah, this is the final map of this best of 3 series, and let's see what way it's going to go now.
Setting up with the pistols are the T side towards B. This is probably where they're most successful, because you just rush in, try and find some kills. There goes the P250, grabbing the first one. Check is shut down, but calls me having a field day. Is able to grab 2, but Barbar in reply keeps it within a 3 versus 3. The bomb will go down, so that's cash in the ranks of Singularity, and now they have to fight off the 3 aggressors. Robin comes in, finds the first kill on the Hugo, and now Barbar, he's trying to line them up, takes a headshot with the P250. Surreal goes down, Robin with another kill, and there we go. It's Smooya, closes it out, 14-12, 2 rounds away from complete another victory here in this best of 3, and now Singularity, this is really where they need to step it up in this next round here, Dean.
Yeah, not much room at all for errors from this point out. They're going to need to be able to pick themselves up Well, they can still, of course, concede one round. That will mean that the best they can do is bring this into overtime, where they can try and win it out from there. But I'd say ideally right now, Singularity want to try and win those 4 rounds in a row. Want to try and take this one 16-40. And Epsilon, on the other hand, they aren't going to allow that to happen so easily, perhaps. So Singularity back onto the buy, safe. If he wants to get an up, he should be able to do so. But I don't think he's going to do that. Instead, just focusing on the 5 rifles, which means we perhaps could see a bit of a faster paced round now coming into this by Singularity, but maybe not, as they do just kind of split up. But 3 players towards ramp means that we could be maybe looking towards an A hit a bit later into this round.
Yeah, going to be setting up towards the A bomb side here, the T side. Aggressive from the CT. Is not going to end up too well as Hugo grabs 2 of the players. Cyril's able to grab 2 himself, but that's a perfect kill to commit. And now it's onto that A bomb side they go. Cosmin going to throw that Molotov down. That'll result in a kill for himself as he drops Hugo, puts it all on Rusty. And it will be map and series point here to the Epsilon team. The European mix have showed a little bit of resilience here, Dean, and got themselves in a very, very good position now.
Yeah, getting up to map point. Singularity, at least they're able to get that bomb plant in. That means that they will be able to get a sufficient buyout once again into this one. Having the 3,400 thanks to the money bonus plus the 800. Oh, actually, it was only 2,900. They didn't have the full money bonus. But yeah, 2,900 plus 800 from the bomb plant and any money they got from kills. Plus, of course, what they had left over from the previous round. So it is going to be a pretty solid buy. Once again, safe. Not going to have the up. But having those rifles and also having a decent amount of utility to work with. Let's see what they're going to be able to get done. As once again, it seems like they will just go back to focusing on mid. This is what worked for them early on in this half. But now Epsilon swapping it up a bit. Double up setup between both of those UK players, Smooya and Surreal. We know what damage can be done by both of these players. And Hugo finds the aggressive push from Cosmi and Radar. And we'll be able to give Singularity a bit of a lifeline now as they claim the first blood. And it'll be Epsilon on the back foot now, trying to bring this round back in their own favour.
Yeah, Epsilon have lost Cosmin to the 8k of Hugo. And now they'll be trying to extend upon that for sure, because they've got a few smokes here, not many, no flashbangs, 1 Molotov, and it's likely we'll just see a full commit onto a bomb site from Singularity, most likely. You can see they are going to be trying to get some mid control. They've gained that pretty heavily. Rusty just trying to secure connector. 1 smoke being used up towards window, 1 towards the top of connector. And this now signals a B split to me, because that bomb is sitting outside. 1 has made his way up from the underpass towards B apartments now, and Barbar making his way back from the A bomb site. They're going to split onto this B bomb site, 2 from short, 3 from the apartments. The flash comes over to confirm, and there goes Hugo. The entry frags in. No kill from Czech. He's going to be hopping in again. Another kill coming through for Hugo. Smooya, the only Epsilon player to find a kill on that initial attack, and this looks as though the retake has to come in here, Dean.
Yeah, certainly they are going to have to go for this one, as Epsilon, rather not the retake, rather they are going to have to go ahead and try and save this one, I meant to say, as they don't really have too much money available. They have a bit, but with the current scoreline, I don't really think it's worth throwing away these rifles. Instead, just focus on the long game. You don't need to close it out right now. Focus on the upcoming gun round that they will be able to just about afford. And a nice exit kill was actually found there by the op, able to take down at least 1 player. Robin, will he find Barbar is the question, but no, the dink comes in. That's the problem with the M4. You need 2 bullets towards the skull to be able to actually drop the player. Barbar, after getting 1, being on 9 HP, he will just back off and ensure that he is going to be able to stay alive, because of course if Singularity lose another weapon in this round, they could be struggling to get the perfect buyout in the following.
Yeah, that was a crucial round for them to win. Hugo really is the front man in that one. He's able to grab himself 3 kills, 1 in the entry, 1 towards the bench as well. They were probably the most impactful. And then the bomb site just fell at that point. Epsilon will get themselves another buy. They'll have the AWP on Smooya. And a good bit of utility as well. So this round is definitely not down and out for Epsilon, but it's a crucial one for them to win, and also for Singularity to win, obviously being map points in favour of Epsilon. So Smooya, he's going to be challenging towards middle. And he's got that op intact. 2 players there. 1 going to be hopping up on top of the box. 1 in behind the box as well. This is actually a good setup here, but they don't double peek. Smooya is able to grab 1 for free. That smoke will come through. And now Smooya will back off safely with the opening kill, and that puts Epsilon in the driving seat in this round.
Yeah, important opening frag there by Smooya, and Singularity, of course, no room to work with, and it's going to be looking very grim right now as Barbar gets taken down by Robin. The kill is going to go once again in favour of Epsilon, and they're able to claim themselves a nice advantage, and Smooya going to be able to shut down another. Let's see what's going to be done. Hugo coming in from the jungle. Apologies, I'm both observing and direct and casting right now, so it is a bit difficult, but yeah, safe. Last man standing, and this should be this game now going in favour of Epsilon, and yeah, Singularity going to be taking out contention for this IEM Katowice. event, as right now Epsilon going to be able to keep themselves alive, unless Safe pulls off a bit of a miraculous clutch, which I don't think is going to happen. Only 50 or so HP, and he will indeed be taken down by Cosmian, so nice find. And it will be Epsilon in the end to take this map 16-13, and the overall series 2-1, so yeah.